day outside, so that's why we're inside. We're going to look at a very, very unique vehicle this morning. This is a second generation Mach 1. So because the first generation was the 69 through 1970 models. This particular model is very unique in the sense that it has a set of options and engine code that was very rare. How rare, you ask? Well, this is one of 531 built that year. There were 4,017 with this paint code that year, but only 1,762 with this particular paint and trim code. But with the engine code and the drag pack option, which we'll explain in a moment, this was one of 531 built that year. What's also significant to know about this vehicle is that this was actually the last year this motor was available because of more restrictive federal emission standards. This engine was dropped the following year. So this was the last year you could actually get this big block in a Mustang. And then, of course, the infamous Mach 2 followed, which was a Pinto-based Mustang. So this was the last big muscular Mustang to be had for many, many years. Let's go right to the meat of the subject here. This is the 429 Super Cobra Jet because it has a few mods. The drag pack actually adds a solid lifter cam. The car was equipped with a 3.91 traction lock axle. It was also available with a 4.11 to 1 Detroit locker, but this one has the 391, which was interesting enough. The standard axle ratio on the 351 Mach 1, which is the more common car. This also was equipped with the larger 780 CFM Holley 4-barrel, and it had cap screw connecting rods and modified crankshaft. So it was set up. It was made stronger internally, so you could definitely take this car down to the drag strip and reliably run it time after time. This car was built at Dearborn, Michigan, and it's what they call the sports roof. You notice back here the design of this particular. Now, you could get a Mach 1 without the sports roof, so that's another unique aspect of this car. Now, the horsepower on this motor was 375 horsepower at 5,600 RPM, 450 pound-feet of torque at 3,400 RPM. Came with a 20-gallon fuel tank, which of course you'd need with this big beast in the engine bay. It's a 7-liter motor by our standards today. And this was also a car, actually this model was featured in a movie. You might remember Diamonds Are Forever, James Bond flick. It's actually one of the, did a cameo in that movie. Now this vehicle has a 109-inch wheelbase, has a height of almost 51 inches. It's almost 190 inches long and about 74 inches wide. So not light, but with this motor, it was a lot of fun to drive. Now it did have another feature that wasn't entirely common in those days, and that's the front disc brakes, which, given how powerful this car is, that would be a help when you need to stop from the higher speed this car was capable of. Came equipped with a Magna 500 wheel, which is a famous wheel that very recognizable if you know your Ford products. That's a wheel that we all recognize and was very popular. Still a beautiful wheel by today's standards. Actually had a pretty good sized trunk on it. As you see, have a real spare tire, something we don't see much anymore today. And the spoiler, which also came on the 351 models. It has some other interesting features. Like it has a tilt steering wheel. It has a rim blow steering wheel where you can touch the rim and blow the horn instead of having a metal piece in the middle. Now this was an automatic. A lot of them came with a 4-speed. And some would argue that the 4-speed was a faster car. It might have been slightly, but there wasn't really a huge difference down the track. And you know, this car had a very short run. This body style, 71 to 73. So it was just 3 years this vehicle was built. So It's a very unique, original vehicle. This is also an authentic car from the standpoint of this has never been through a full restoration. It has had some restorative paintwork and new decals applied, but the interior is original. All the body panels are original. The drivetrain is original. So we're looking at a car that, one very similar to this. The only difference being it had the original paint. Just went for auction with more. I think our car here has what's the miles here? 35,576 original miles in this car. That vehicle was 37,000 mile car, and it went at auction recently for $86,000. So the only difference between our car and that car is that this car's had some restorative paint work, which I don't think is a bad thing. As you can see, it's a beautiful car. Came out of detail, gorgeous, looks brand new. But we're only asking $65,950 is our median price for this car. And again, for a completely original, authentic Mach 1 429 Super Cobra jet with 375 horsepower, I think that's a pretty good deal. Why don't you come down and take a look at it today? We'd love to see you.